So Vijay's chartered flight has taken off from the Chennai airport and Vijay has left for the national capital where he will be appearing before the CBI at 11 a.m. today. There you see Vijay boarding the chartered flight and the chartered flight has now taken off from the Chennai airport and Vijay will be now arriving in Delhi in just a few hours from now and he is all set to appear before the CBI at 11 a.m. today in the Karur Stampede case. Anagha, my colleague, continues to stay with us. Anagha, please continue.
In fact, Anjali, Vijay's chartered plane has just taken off from Chennai airport. He is scheduled to reach Delhi in about an hour and a half or 2 hours from now. He will sit for an intense round of grilling session by the CBI. A lot of questions will be asked to Vijay, mainly about his delay in arrival, if there were any sort of procedural lapses by the TVK. Why is it that a lot more than the anticipated and expect crowd gathered when on paper it was written that only 12,000 people would gather? So a lot of questions will be placed for Vijay as to whether essential water supplies were given to those who came. What is it that the sequence of events? When did Vijay start his speech? What exactly happened? Because we also saw visuals of few people throwing slippers at at the event organizers. So questions on these lines are also likely to be asked. Vijay will have to list down the exact sequence of events which happened that day, starting from his event in Namakkal all the way to what happened in Karur. So the exact sequence of that day will have to be narrated by Mr. Vijay. When did he board the flight in Chennai? Why did he choose to board the flight on the same day as his event? Why didn't he choose to board a previous day's flight? All these questions regarding timelines especially are very, very crucial over here, which Vijay will have to answer for. He's accompanied by two of his aides. Remember, they also sat for CBI's grilling session a week and a half ago. So they have adequately briefed Vijay as to what exactly expect in that interrogation session. In fact, another TVK member who is the Propaganda General Secretary, KG Arun Raj, who is formerly an IRS officer, he seems to have a lot of knowledge about what really happens, in a CBI inquiry. So Arun Raj, we believe, has also debriefed Vijay as to what exactly to expect, what's the body language that he would have to embody, and what's the kind of answer that he will have to give them. So all these debriefing sessions have taken place, and Vijay has just taken off with his key advisors to the national capital for CBI inquiry.
Right, Anagha, and in fact, time and again, we've seen the TVK and in fact Vijay claiming that the stampede was a part of a conspiracy by the DMK government and that this was in fact orchestrated by the DMK, that the TVK was seeking a larger venue, but they were intentionally not approved a larger venue for the rally, which led to the stampede.
So surely, in fact, that has been the narrative of TVK from day one. The TVK has been saying that this whole stampede was orchestrated by the DMK government because they wanted to, see his downfall is the kind of narrative that TVK has tried to spin around. But of course, we don't have enough proof to really say that. So at this moment, it's only, an allegation. So at the end of the day, it's going to be the CBI which will be concluding its inquiry, post which will really find out as to what exactly happened. But what the government in Tamil Nadu has to say is that there were, immense number of procedural lapses on part of the TVK, which led to the unfortunate stampede. But TVK says that this was all orchestrated by the DMK in Karur, and that's why this whole incident happened. The CBI, meanwhile, is probing the case, and until a final report is given by the CBI, we can't say anything conclusively. Of course, all of these things are only allegations that's coming in. Vijay has maintained that he has followed everything, every due procedure he has followed, and that it was the DMK government and the police department that has failed in its responsibility, is what Vijay is saying. In fact, they're also saying that they had asked for a bigger, broader venue, but a very narrow and constricted venue was deliberately given to TVK, is what the TVK has been saying.
All right, Anagha, do stay with us. So, TVK has been claiming that this is a conspiracy by the DMK, that they sought a larger, broader venue, but they were denied a larger venue. Let's understand why exactly has the CBI summoned Vijay. And it is also important to note that Vijay has been summoned by the CBI as a witness in the Karur Stampede case. So the first and foremost reason is that this stampede occurred at a rally by TVK after Vijay arrived at the venue. Vijay will be helping the CBI in clarifying the sequence of events. So that is the key focus of today's grilling session of Vijay by the CBI. The CBI wants to understand the sequence of events, what all unfolded and how it unfolded at the TVK's rally. The CBI wants to ascertain crowd control measures as well. So the CBI wants to know what crowd control measures were taken, were there in place, and if those were adequate or not. Safety measures at the rally are also under CBI lens. So CBI wants to understand the crowd control measures, the safety measures that were in place at the venue of the TVK's rally. The CBI also wants to find out if the delay was deliberate. Remember, Vijay arrived at the rally venue 7 hours late, which eventually led to the swelling of the crowd and eventually turning into chaos and the stampede. And that is what exactly the CBI wants to understand, that why was there a delay and if it was deliberate from Vijay's side. The CBI also wants to find regulatory nod and the loopholes and the glaring lapses that led to the stampede, killing 41 people. And alleged political meddling is also under CBI scanner. So that is also what the CBI wants to understand, if there was any political meddling that led to this stampede in Karur. CBI wants to now fix accountability in the Karur Stampede case. If it was Vijay that who is responsible behind this stampede and killing of 41 people, or if it was the systemic failure, including the administration, the local administration, the police and the event organizers, who is to be blamed. That is what the CBI wants to ascertain.